Number 19, batting seventh, first baseman, number 5, Gary Bullwine. Hitting eighth, the designated hitter.
The 90th NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. I am Kevin Jinks, your commentator, play-by-play guest this afternoon, and we are getting set for what should be called our 9 o'clock game, but instead we're going to start a little bit before noon today. Welcome, everyone. We're on the campus of Wichita State University in Wichita, Kansas, the home of Tyler Field at X Stadium. Thank you for joining us. We have a great matchup today in our pool play between the Boulder Collegians out of Boulder, Colorado, and the Derby Twins out of Derby, Kansas. Both teams are very familiar with the NBC World Series. We'll talk about the Collegians first. They are a 4-time NBC champion. They lost their first pool play game the other day to the San Diego Stars by a score of 7-5. And Liberal has a win in pool play as they beat the Liberal BJs by a score of 9-6 just the other day. So both teams are looking to advance and improve their record here in pool play. The top 3 teams in each pool advance to single elimination bracket play that begins on Tuesday. So a critical game for both teams today. The clouds are beginning to clear the way for us. The sun is coming through. It's going to be a beautiful day for baseball, and we thank you for joining us. On the mound today for the Boulder Collegians, as they will be the home team, is TJ Newman. TJ is... Well, he's from Chagrin Falls, Ohio, and he's a 6 foot, 170-pound right-hander. Plays his college baseball at Evangel, and looks like he's going to be a sophomore next year. So we'll see how TJ Newman does today against the Derby lineup. Should be a good one. We'll get to the lineups here in just a little bit as they come. We'll cover the umpires for today. Behind the plate is Conan Strobel, a 20-plus year veteran of the NBC World Series, and joining him on the bases will be at first base is Tim Horton, and also at third base will be Jason Harstick. We're getting ready to go here. Once again, we thank you for joining us. This is the 13th game of the 90th NBC World Series here at Wichita State. It is the 8th game of our 11-game series for our promotion baseball round the clock. All right, and here we go, everyone. TJ Newman set to throw. He's throwing coming from a unique windup, and he'll be facing Tyler Otts, a left fielder for the Derby Twins. First pitch outside, called by home plate umpire Conan Strobel. Strobel was my college baseball coach. That's how the world of baseball just operates sometimes. It's a small one. So it's good to see Coach on the behind the dish today. Our first strike of the game is a foul ball to Otts. Tyler Otts bats left from Summit, Mississippi. He goes to Delta State College, 5'9", 170-pounder. And there is strike 2. So 1-2 count, no outs. We're just getting underway here. This was scheduled to be our 9 a.m. game here on this Sunday morning. We had rain come through Wichita last night, a little heavy, but not too bad. But what we had was a long lightning delay that pushed us back to where we are right now. But we're going to get things rolling here. And there's our first strikeout of the day. Otts takes one looking there. So the backwards K there if you're keeping score at home. TJ Newman coming with just a nice fastball. Hits the corner, called third strike. Cade Sheldon is our next batter for the Derby Twins, the right fielder. Cade is from Derby, Kansas, playing for his hometown. Goes to Cali Community College. Takes ball 1. The right-hander gets strike 1 on Cade Sheldon. Sheldon very familiar with his ballpark during the summer. It's the same one he would have played in high school in Derby. 1-1 your count, 1 out. Foul ball makes the count 1-2 now. So this is overall game, or I should say day 4 of the NBC World Series. We will play 10 days of baseball here. We're in the midst of our baseball around the clock. The delivery and another foul ball. Still 1-2, 1 out. As we mentioned when we opened the show here, Derby looking to go 2-0 in the NBC World Series here in pool play. They are in Pool C, along with the Liberal BJs and the San Diego Stars. San Diego Stars had a win the other day over Boulder. Two, your count, 1 out. Newman the pitcher for Boulder. The delivery. Ball hit up the middle, line drive to the shortstop. Great catch by the shortstop, Hunter Hirayama. Makes it 2 outs.
Shortstop number 8, Kyler Warren.
The shortstop, wearing one of my favorite numbers, number 8, Kyler Warren. Kyler bats right from Van Buren, Michigan. Plays collegiately at Alma. 6 foot, 180 pounds. Takes ball 1, high. He takes one to left field. Will the left fielder be able to get it? No, it's going to bounce and go over. So Kyler Warren, the shortstop, comes up with 2 outs and gets a ground rule double.
First baseman, number 28, Nolan Gannon.
Great swing there. Just happens to turn on it. Hits it over the head of the left fielder. No one's going to get that one. And on the turf here at X Stadium, bounces over. So that puts Warren at second base. There are 2 outs. Brings to the plate the cleanup hitter, number 28, Nolan Ganter. He's the first baseman. He's going to foul one off for strike 1. Ganter from Scottsdale, Arizona, 6'5", 230, plays collegiately at Pima Community College. So with 1 strike and 1 on, Derby Twins, they get a base hit here. They might get a score. Takes one inside for ball 1. The facility here at Wichita State, one of the best in the country, from a playing surface point of view, but also just from the amenities that are here. Takes the count to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs to Nolan Ganter, the first baseman for the Derby Twins. TJ Newman, the pitcher for Boulder, gets the signal, comes with a fastball. Ganter's going to hit it to second base, and we have 3 outs. 1 runner left on base, and we go to the bottom half of the inning. Derby 0, Boulder coming to bat.
Whether you're preparing a perfect meal, getting people back on the road, protecting online privacy, or supporting your patient's health, you want to be the best professional in your field. At Butler Community College, our focus is getting you the highly specialized and versatile training needed to start your career in as little as a year. Our classroom experiences are fine-tuned by industry professionals. You will launch into the workforce with the confidence and skills to make you stand out from the rest. Butler Community College. Real college. Really affordable.
Yes, we are going to the bottom of the first inning here at X Stadium. Great camera shot of the Derby Twins dugout. That is the first base dugout here at Tyler Field. This broadcast brought to you by our good friends over at Butler Community College. Their production and TV program, pretty good. I even have to admit that as someone who went to Dodge City Community College and grew up with the approach of not liking Butler. But I really enjoy the crew here at Butler. They've got a truck. They've got some great students that help out. They've got some great mentors over there. And Tyler Nordham and Matt Jacobs. Guys, great job. The NBC is very grateful for the partnership we have with you. So we go to the bottom of the first inning. We're 23 hours into baseball around the clock. We'll talk about that more as the broadcast goes along. If you're not familiar with baseball on the clock, it was brought back after an 8-year hiatus.
Boulder Collegians, right fielder.
So leading off for the Boulder Collegians,
Lavoisier
4-time NBC national champion. This is Lavoisier Fisher, the right fielder, number 20. He's going to go after that first pitch, swing and miss. Did not look like that was a very comfortable swing. Lavoisier is from Sewanee, Georgia. 6'3", 200-pounder. He's a graduate of Albany State. Foul for strike 2. He is facing Cooper Garrison of the Derby Twins. Garrison, of course, is a righty from Gulfport, Mississippi. 6 foot, 175-pounder, and he delivers strike 3. A swinging strike 3 there. Garrison goes to school at Arkansas State. So 1 out. 1 up and 1 down as Fisher strikes out. That brings up the shortstop for the Boulder Collegians, Hunter Hariyama. He's going to take ball 1. A swinging strike 1. We have 1 out. Things just getting underway as we're in the bottom of the first inning here. Called strike 2. So we talked about baseball around the clock. You see the graphic there, hopefully on your live stream broadcast. Thank you for joining us once again. And another strikeout. 2 up, 2 down, courtesy of 3 strikes.
Center fielder number 4, Diego Castellanos.
Diego Castellanos, the center fielder for Boulder. Wearing number 4. Castellanos hails from Morgan Hill, California. Takes ball 1. 6 foot, 190 pounds, goes to school at St. Mary's. Bats and throws left. He's going to take one to the second baseman. And that's an easy one. 4-3 play to end the inning. 3 up and 3 down for the Boulder Collegians. After 1, the score is tied at 0.
With Butler having such a small class size, everybody had a voice in the classroom. Everybody was able to participate. To this day, there are students that I took classes with 10 years ago that I could pick up the phone and call. That's how much the community at Butler has affected the way I even do my business today. When I went to another college to try it out, I was just a number. They didn't even know my name. Butler's class sizes are smaller. That's where you get that community feel. And cost-wise, a lot cheaper.
The Taco Bell Cravings Value Menu. 10 choices, each just $3 or less. Starring the cheesy double beef burrito. Double the seasoned beef, all the cheesiness, and so much craveable flavor. Get it on the Cravings Value Menu, only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back to X Stadium. Top of the second between the Boulder Collegians and the Derby Twins. We mentioned baseball around the clock. Baseball around the clock was a promotion, an intended promotion for about 27 years up until 2016. They did away with it. Katie Woods, the NBC World Series Tournament Director, brought it back this year. So glad to see it back. We have almost 200 participants registered for baseball around the clock. What it is basically is the old version of it was 17 games in a 56-hour span. It's been shortened now a little bit, so we've got today's version of it. This year it's 11 games in 33 hours. I think it's going to go more than 33 hours because of the weather delay we had in the middle of the night. So we started yesterday with games at noon, 3, 6, 9, midnight, 3 a.m., and then they were scheduled for 6 a.m. Of course, this is our 9 a.m. that was scheduled. It started a little after 11 o'clock. And we'll finish it up sometime later tonight. But 11 games over a 33-hour period. All right, leading off for the Derby Twins here in the second is Mitch Birdsall. He's a designated hitter, and he's going to take one for the team as he is hit by pitch and take a trip down to first base.
Center fielder number 21, Braden.
The first
Lucard.
bad pitch we've seen from TJ Newman, the pitcher for the Boulder Collegians. But it's a good start for the Twins. That brings to the plate Braden Lucard, the center fielder. Lucard is from St. Joseph, Missouri, 6 foot, 200 pounds, and he plays just right next door, or right here at Wichita State. So Lucard very familiar with X Stadium. He takes ball one. Runner on first base for the Derby Twins. There are no outs, and Lucard at the plate. He's going to take one to center field, left center, as the ball drifts, hits right before the warning track and bounces over. Ground rule double for Lucard. Takes his first pitch and he drives it to left center.
Third baseman
So he
number
stands
6,
there at
Cole
second
Kitchens.
base. Meanwhile, his teammate Birdsall, who took one for the team in the first pitch, is standing at third. So second and third for the Derby Twins. There are no outs. And Cole Kitchens, the third baseman, will come to the plate. Kitchens is from Centerton, Arkansas. Goes to school at Crowder Community College. Stands at 6'3", 220 pounds. Stares down Newman from the Boulder pitcher and takes strike one. You can tell the humidity is beginning to rise. The dampness is starting to leave because we've had two sharply hit baseballs here in just the first couple innings. 1-1 count to Cole Kitchens. The right-handed hitter swings for strike two. I understand not everyone is a fan of the heat and the high temperatures, but it does make for great baseball and solid hitting. The 1-2 delivery, and it's outside. So two runners on for the Derby Twins. They have no outs. We're in the top of the second inning. The count gets even at 2-2. Correction, that is a 3-2 count. So a full count, like we mentioned, runners at second and third. There are no outs for the Twins. Cole Kitchens digs in here. Swing and a miss. That is the second strikeout of the day for Boulder pitcher TJ Newman.
Catcher number 4,
The
Parker
first
Ryan.
out of the inning. Parker Ryan, the catcher, comes to the plate for the Twins. Ryan is from Madison, Mississippi. Plays at Arkansas State as well. 5'10", 180. Left-handed hitter, facing a righty in TJ Newman from Boulder. He's going to drive it right up the middle. The shortstop makes a great grab up the middle, gets up and throws, and the umpire calls him out at first base. One runner does come across the plate. Birdsall scores from third. That advances Lucard to second base. But it is an RBI
Second baseman number 3,
for Parker
Daniel
Ryan.
Aldridge.
Look at this play, everybody, everyone. Hunter Hariyama, the great play behind second base, gets up and gets the throw just in time. Beautiful camera work, everyone. So with one out, our next hitter for Derby hits the second base, 4-3, and that will end the inning. One runner is left on base. We have one hit in the inning, and one run is scored. So we go to the bottom. The Derby Twins lead by a score of 1-0.
At Davis Moore, we make sure there's something for everyone at each of our locations. We stock vehicles spanning almost every make and model. We're confident you will find exactly what you're looking for. Every vehicle on our lot has passed our 171-point inspection to ensure safety and reliability. Customer service is our top priority, and our friendly and expert staff will guide you through the process every step of the way. Come shop Wichita's best selection of used cars at any one of our locations, or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
Welcome back to Wichita State University in Wichita, Kansas, and X Stadium, home of Tyler Field. Derby Twins take a 1-0 lead in the second inning. Cade Baldridge, the second baseman, finished that inning. He grounded out to second base. The Twins left one runner on, but they did have one hit. That was a double that bounced over. Birdsall scored in the inning. And an RBI goes to Parker Ryan for the 6-3 play that he had. Great play by the shortstop for Boulder, Hirayama. And Boulder comes to the plate here in the second inning. The catcher.
Collegians catcher number 22, Adam Paniagua.
Adam Paniagua, the righty, facing righty. He swings at the first pitch, a dribbler down the third base line, fielded, thrown across the diamond. Another great defensive play, great stretch there by the first baseman for the Derby Twins. One out there as Paniagua hits into the 5-3.
Alec Ackerman.
Alec Ackerman, the second baseman, is coming to bat now for the first time in this game. You probably saw the great stretch replay there. Nolan Ganter, the first baseman for the Derby Twins, taking the muscle tissue and really getting it stretched out there. So a one out now to Alec Ackerman. Ackerman, the second baseman. Ackerman is from Parker, Colorado, a suburb of Denver. Plays collegiately at Bellevue. He's going to take ball one. 1-2 is the count, one out for the Boulder Collegians. The Boulder Collegians come from the Mile High Collegiate League, an affiliate of the NBC. Foul ball going down the right field side. Kent Gregory, the assistant coach for Boulder, just can't get it. Just missed it by a hair. Cooper Garrison on the mound for the Twins. Line drive hitting the left field. That's going to be a base hit for Alec Ackerman.
Third baseman number 19, Isaac.
So I'm going to do my best job of nailing this name. Coming to the plate for Boulder is Isaac Sobieschek. Isaac Sobieschek. Isaac is from Villa Park, Illinois. Plays at Bradley in the Missouri Valley Conference. He swings on the first pitch between the third and shortstop. We might have a double play, and yes, we do. 5-4-3 double play. Textbook. Seen some great defensive plays here as the game is just underway. We'll take a look at it again as we go to break. The 5-4-3 double play there. Some good glove work. More after the break.
Have you ever needed to stop or change the way you do something you love because of aches, pains, or injury? The physical therapists at Select Physical Therapy are here to get you back to work, life, and your favorite activities. Most importantly, your goals are their goals. Their movement experts will listen and develop an individualized treatment plan so you can heal. Begin care faster by requesting an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy at Select Physical Therapy.
Welcome back to X Stadium. We are in the bottom of the second. Excuse me, we are in the top of the third already. Things are moving quickly for us. Top of the third, Derby Twins have a 1-0 lead. One of the great things about the National Baseball Congress, the NBC World Series, is our Hall of Fame. We have 4 great members going, or 4 new inductees going into the Hall of Fame. That will take place on Saturday, this coming Saturday, August 3rd. Their names are Kevin Hooper, Mike Blue, Bruce, Bruno Kanapka, and Myra Cunningham.
Leading up the Twins, left fielder number 2, Tyler Otts.
Batting for Derby to lead things off here in the third is the leadoff hitter. He led off in the first, of course, and leads off again here in the third, and that is Tyler Otts, the left fielder. His first time at the plate, he struck out looking. He's already looking at 2 balls. Now takes a strike 1. Myra Cunningham, who's going into the NBC Hall of Fame, was Hap Dumont, the founder of the National Baseball Congress and, of course, the NBC World Series. Myra served as his secretary. Strong drive there to left field. Going to go up against the wall, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Tyler Otts. What a great piece of hitting there. So Otts leads things off for the Twins with a stand-up double. That brings up Cade Sheldon, the right fielder. Sheldon lined out to the shortstop on a sharply hit ball in the first inning. Just right at the shortstop. Hirayama. So here we go. Sheldon, the right fielder. Ball 1. Myra Cunningham came to Wichita in 1921, and she served, like I said, as Hap's secretary for 25 years until her death in 1959. Wonderful to see Myra going into the NBC Hall of Fame. Was truly someone who really helped put the NBC on the map, not just locally but nationally. TJ Newman, the pitcher for Boulder, throws ball 2 to Cade Sheldon. One of the other Hall of Fame inductees that will take place on Saturday. Foul tip, strike 1, is Bruce Kanapka. Some of our listeners or our viewers may recognize the name, as Kanapka came to Wichita representing Golden, Colorado Cougars in the NBC World Series in 1947. So he played locally there in Golden, just kind of up the road, down the road from Boulder. 2-2 is the count. Nobody is out for the Derby Twins. They have a runner on second base, and Tyler Otts, who led things off to start this inning. Makes the count full. Folks, I will tell you, there are more than just 5 fans in the stands than what you see in the broadcast there from center field. A lot of our fans are enjoying the shade here at X Stadium, which has an abundance of shade and great seating. Ball is high for ball 4, so Sheldon will take the walk going down to first base. So runners at first and second for Derby, and that brings the shortstop, the 3-hole hitter, Kyler Warren, to the plate.
Line up any of your special events. You spell it. We light it at Out the Lid. Shortstop, number 8, Kyler Warren.
Boulder's going to talk some things over. Mike Blue is another inductee going into the Hall of Fame for the National Baseball Congress. Mike is a local baseball legend. Played at Wichita West, played baseball at Wichita State University, played for the Boeing Bojets, the Rapid Transit Dreamliners, the Cessna Bobcats, played some time in the majors as well. Newman delivers, ball hit to the third baseman for Boulder, looking for a double play, the 5-4, the 3, and it happens. That is our third double play of the game. Nicely turned once again by the Boulder Collegians. Now Tyler Otts does advance to third base. Sheldon was out at second base in the 5-4-3 turn there. Nicely done by the Collegians. So with 2 outs now, 1 runner on first base, you have Nolan Ganter, the batter for Derby, the cleanup hitter. And then he takes ball 1. The last time at the plate for Ganter, he grounded out to second base to end the inning. Sharply hit ball, same direction to second. This time it's a line drive and it's a base hit. RBI single for Nolan Ganter. That scores Tyler Otts from third base. He walks in across, and Derby now leads 2-0.
Number 10, Mitch Birdsall.
The designated hitter, Mitch Birdsall. Goes to school at the University of Kansas, just up the road in Lawrence. He's going to take strike 1. Derby beat the Liberal BJs on Friday by a score of, I'm sorry, actually that was yesterday, by a score of 9-6. Newman throws over the first just to check the runner, and Ganter fouls one off. So joining in the NBC Hall of Fame with Mike Blue and Bruce Konopka and Myra Cunningham will be Kevin Hooper. Hooper is from Lawrence, Kansas as well, but he played collegiately here at Wichita State, had an outstanding career, was an All-American in the 1998 NBC World Series. That was a year with the El Dorado Broncos. They won the national championship that year. Broncos, a team that doesn't exist anymore but has 5 national championships. They've been the Wichita Broncos, the Hutchinson Broncos, and they were the El Dorado Broncos. But Hooper will go into the NBC Hall of Fame on Saturday. He'll be inducted. So a great class once again of Hall of Fame members going in. If you have a chance to come out and be a part of it, tickets are available. Tickets are available for every day of the NBC World Series. You can go to NBCBaseball.com, click the Tournament Central button, and get all the information you could possibly think of. A strikeout ends the inning there for Birdsall. However, damage has been done as the Derby Twins get another run to increase their lead to 2-0.
With Butler having such a small class size, everybody had a voice in the classroom. Everybody was able to participate. To this day, there are students that I took classes with 10 years ago that I could pick up the phone and call. That's how much the community at Butler has affected the way I even do my business today. When I went to another college to try it out, I was just a number. They didn't even know my name. Butler's class sizes are smaller. That's where you get that community feel. And cost-wise, a lot cheaper.
The Taco Bell Cravings Value Menu. 10 choices, each just $3 or less. Starring the cheesy double beef burrito. Double the seasoned beef, all the cheesiness, and so much craveable flavor. Get it on the Cravings Value Menu, only at Taco Bell.
Welcome back to X Stadium in the 90th NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. So the Derby Twins scored 1 run on 2 hits, left 1 runner on base.
25, Derek Woolwine.
They've left 1 runner on base in the first 3 innings. They do lead 2-0, 4 hits total for the Derby Twins. First pitch here in the bottom of the 3rd. Derek Woolwine. Woolwine, the first baseman for the Boulder Collegians. And strike 1. Woolwine from Boulder, Colorado, goes to school at Northeast Community College, and he's going to take one to right center. Center fielder running after it, going in the gap, over the shoulder, bounces off the glove, Picked up by the right fielder for the Twins, and that is a stand-up double for Woolwine. So Boulder comes in, comes back here, leadoff double like Derby had to lead off the inning. We'll see what the Collegians can do with a leadoff double from Derek Woolwine. Mike Brunetti, the designated hitter, will now bat for Boulder. Boulder led by manager Tony Rocco, assistant coaches Kent Gregory and Brandon Wakefield. First pitch grounder to the second baseman, and that is an out. However, it does move Woolwine from second base to third. The first out of the inning for Boulder. Boulder is your home team. This is their third at bat of the game. They're trailing 2-0. The 9-hole hitter, left fielder Shane Crow, comes to the plate. Crow takes ball one from Fort Collins, Colorado. Plays collegiately at Colorado Mesa State, a member of the Rocky Mountain League. So 2 balls and no strikes to Crow. Looking for something solid to hit here. Takes ball one. Woolwine led the inning off with a stand-up double. Foul ball. So we have a 2-2 count now, 1 out for the 9-hole hitter Crow. One hopper back to the pitcher. Checks the runner at third, and of course he goes to first, and so Crow is out on the one hopper there. Nicely played by Cooper Garrison, the pitcher for the Derby Twins. Second out.
Number 20, Lavoisier Fisher.
Lavoisier Fisher comes to the plate now. The leadoff hitter, the right fielder for Boulder. Woolwine still over at third base. That time Garrison comes with a little more sidearm. He doesn't come from the same position with his arm each time with his delivery. Evens the count at 1-1. So Hall of Fame members of the NBC, oh my gosh, is it an impressive list. We mentioned who's going in this year's class. But when we start talking about the Hall of Famers that have come through the NBC over our 90-year tradition, it's really impressive. One that our Boulder viewers may enjoy or may know, Baldy Machete. Baldy is responsible for the Collegians' 4 national championships. He was manager for the Collegians a long time ago. Boulder had a team for many years, and then just stopped having one. Picked it back up in the 2000s here in the last 10 years, and it's good to see Boulder back and active here at the NBC World Series, one of our certainly our tradition, historical, rich programs. So good to see Coach Rocco and his team here in Wichita. They were in Wichita just a few years ago, participating. I think it was the 87th NBC World Series. So full count now, and there are 2 outs to Lavoisier Fisher. Runner on third. Collegians trying to get on the scoreboard. Ball hit down the third base line. It's going to go foul into the bullpen for Boulder. We're talking about the Hall of Famer. So certainly Baldy is a great one. Another one to come out of Boulder would be Joe Madden. That's right, Joe Madden, who is an MLB manager. Won a World Series with the Chicago Cubs. Has managed with the Angels. Still 3-2 your count to Fisher. I have wonderful directors in my ear, and we are just about to hit the 24th hour of baseball on the clock. Do you think everyone has survived that everyone that started this
Shortstop
at
number 2,
noon
Hunter
yesterday,
Hirayama.
I think they're still going. They get tired. The rain and the weather and the lightning last night, probably like, I'm going home, calling it quits. I'm good, hitting the hay. And then there's the dieharders sticking it out. Runners at first and third for the Collegians. And strike one to Hirayama, the shortstop. Excellent plays in the field so far in this game, this tournament, should say. He's going to look at ball 2. 2-1 count now to Hirayama. Satchel Paige, Don Sutton, Bob Boone. Those are some of the names that are in the NBC Hall of Fame. Had a foul ball to Hirayama, fouls it off there. Looks like it hit him in the foot. Did I see that right? Ooh, right above the knee. Umpire Conan Strobel gives him a little time. Well deserved. All right, back to action. Here we go. Boulder sends one in motion to second. Chopper to the second baseman for Derby. That's an easy play, and that ends the inning. Hirayama hits into a inning-ending out. We'll be back.
The physical therapist said select.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Whether you're preparing a perfect meal, getting people back on the road, protecting online privacy, or supporting your patient's health, you want to be the best professional in your field. At Butler Community College, our focus is getting you the highly specialized and versatile training needed to start your career in as little as a year. Our classroom experiences are fine-tuned by industry professionals. You'll launch into the workforce with the confidence and skills to make you stand out from the rest. Butler Community College. Real college. Really affordable.
Welcome back to the 90th NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. They've been a gracious, wonderful partner of the NBC for many years. Here we go. This game humming right along. It's a 2-0 lead for the Derby Twins. We're in the top of the fourth, and leading it off for the Twins will be the center fielder, Braden Lucart. He's going to hit the first pitch. Line drive to this left fielder. Good for an L7 if you're keeping score.
Third baseman number 6,
First out. Cole Kitchens returns. Cole struck out his last time at bat. The righty facing TJ Newman still in the game, who started for Boulder. And it's ball 1. Kitchens looks at strike 1. Kitchens from Centerton, Arkansas. And another foul ball. So a couple other NBC Hall of Famers. Dave Winfield, Billy Martin, Tom Seaver, Ron Guidry, Mark McGuire. All NBC greats. All baseball greats. Ozzie Smith, the great wizard. 1-2 is the count and 1 out. Sharp line drive. Hit foul into the Boulder dugout, which is a third base dugout. Kitchens whipped that one over there. Take one. base hit to left center field. So Cole Kitchens puts himself at first base. There's one out. That brings to the plate the catcher, Parker Ryan.
Parker Ryan.
The Madison, Mississippi native, playing collegiately at Arkansas State. Takes ball one. I'm mentioning NBC Hall of Famers. I've mentioned some guys that played at the major league level. There's also some great college coaches that have coached and managed in the NBC World Series. One of them, Augie Garrido. Augie, one of the greats in college baseball coaching history. Gene Stevenson, another one. Mark Marquise, who coached at Stanford. Foul ball to Parker Ryan. Makes the count 1-2. Rod Dito used to send USC guys to the NBC year after year after year. So 2-2 your count now to Parker Ryan. He's got a runner over on first and Cole Kitchens, who had a single last time at the plate. Ryan hit into a 6-3 ground out. This might be a double play. The 4-5-3, yes it is. Double play turn once again for the Boulder Collegians to end the threat. Their defense is keeping them in this game.
All live in Kansas and Missouri, just like you. That's right. We're a local-based company. Evergy employees.
And I was wrong. It's a 4-6-3. Losing my numbers.
At Evergy, we're focused not just on what we power, but on who we power, right here in our community. We provide payment assistance to our neighbors who need it. Invest in organizations and people, creating opportunity for all to benefit. And volunteer our time around our hometown so that together we improve it, because we're committed to spreading good energy throughout our community. Evergy, the utility company.
Have you ever needed to stop or change the way you do something you love because of aches, pains, or injury? The physical therapists at Select Physical Therapy are here to get you back to work, life, and your favorite activities. Most importantly, your goals are their goals. Their movement experts will listen and develop an individualized treatment plan so you can heal. Begin care faster by requesting an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy at Select Physical Therapy.
Welcome back to the NBC World Series, the 90th edition of the NBC World Series. Nothing quite like this grand tournament. Started in 1935 right here in Wichita, Kansas at Lawrence Dumont Stadium. Fortunately, the stadium needs to be torn down a few years ago. A brand new one down ballpark downtown. And this beautiful facility, we get to play all 35 games here at Wichita State. We are in the bottom of the fourth. Diego Castellanos, the center fielder, batting for Boulder. Boulder lost 7-5 in their first game of the NBC to the San Diego Stars. Castellanos, the base hit to right field. So the leadoff hit there for Castellanos. Castellanos now 1 for 2 in the game. He grounded out in the first inning. Base hit there brings up the catcher for Boulder, Paniagua. Paniagua grounded out. A lot of good contact in this game by both teams so far. And there goes ball one for Paniagua. Cooper Garrison still on the mound. Started the game for the Derby Twins, the right-hander. Ground ball hit to the short. To second, to first. We just missed a double play by the Derby Twins. They get the out at second base on the force. However, Paniagua is safe at first base in the fielder's choice.
Lee Reading Grader.
Alec Ackerman, second baseman, will come to play.
Since 1960. Whether it's awards, promotional products, memorials,
Derby and Boulder facing each other. How this is set up, there are 4 pools of 4 teams
Second baseman number 13,
in pool play for the NBC World Series. Hard ball hit to center field. It will stay down. Base hit there for Ackerman, and that sends Castellanos over to third. I'm sorry, no. Paniagua to third, as he took off running immediately when that ball was struck. So Ackerman is 2 for 2 today, 2 singles. First and third for the Boulder Collegians. They trailed 2-0 with 1 out. And this is Isaac Sobieschek. Probably noticed I took my time with that for very good reason. He has more vowels than a bucket of baseballs in the dugout. It's amazing. Very impressive name. Love it. So Sobieschek, he hit into an inning-ending double play, a 5-4-3. He has 1 out. He looks to strike 1, evens the count. Ball's hit high. Looks like the second baseman is camped underneath it, and he is. Don't think they had the distance. So here we go. There are 2 outs there. Sobieschek goes 0 for 2 now. Brings to the plate Derek Woolwine. Woolwine had the double his last time at bat, actually the last inning. Two outs for Woolwine. Boulder has runners on first and third. Paniagua over on third. At first is Ackerman. .3-0 the count for Garrison. Calms down, gets his first strike against Woolwine on this at bat. Ball hits the second baseman, roller. Fires across, and that's the third out. Woolwine grounds into the third out. Derby hangs on to their lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the fifth.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Welcome back to the 90th edition of the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. So we're talking about pool play. So the NBC World Series has had many different formats over the years. For many years had a double elimination format. And in an effort to give teams more games, the pool play approach has been very popular. So now teams come in, they get 3 guaranteed games in pool play. So it's a 16-team tournament, 4 teams, 4 pools. They play, those 4 teams play each other. The top 3 teams advance from each pool to a 12-team single elimination bracket. So what happens is the top team from each pool gets a first-round bye, basically. They don't play until Thursday, but then the other 8 teams have to play on Wednesday. That's when that will start. We're still in pool play today, and this is game 2 for both of these teams with Boulder and Derby. Batting now for the Derby Twins is the 9-hole hitter, Cade Baldridge. Cade was grounded out in the 2nd inning, and he just fouled one off for strike 1. Baldridge hails from Roth, Oklahoma. Goes to school at Cali Community College. Cali, a 2-time national champion in itself, a baseball powerhouse, part of the Jayhawk Conference, which is extremely strong and tough to play in. Cali's won a national championship, I believe. Butler has won at one point. Every year, a member from the Jayhawk Conference goes to, or has a chance to or actually qualifies for the JUCO World Series in Grand Junction, Colorado. To lead things off here in the 5th, Baldridge walks.
Left fielder number 2, Tyler Otts.
So that brings the leadoff hitter, Tyler Otts, to the plate for the Derby Twins. Otts is 1 for 2 so far. He struck out looking to start the game, but he came back, redeemed himself, had a double in the 3rd. He's got a runner on first. Swings at the first pitch, a chopper to the first baseman. First baseman has to go to first. The pitcher Newman was covering. Nice job there by the Boulder defense. Very impressed with the Collegians defense in this game so far. Baldridge advances to second base on the fielder's choice. Otts is out at first. That brings Cade Sheldon, the right fielder, to the plate. So we're talking about the pool play format, so how that looks there. So even if you go 1 and 2 in pool play, you still have a very good chance of qualifying for single elimination bracket play. And as we all know, if you get to advance, there's always a chance. Sheldon hit by pitch.
Shortstop number 8, Kyler Warren.
So he advances. That means we have runners on first and second. There is 1 out. That brings the shortstop, Kyler Warren, to the plate. A double his first at bat. He hit into a double play in the 3rd inning. Manager Tony Rocco is going to come out and we'll just talk to his guys. Cool down TJ Newman a little bit. A little stressful situation here. That's the great thing about summer collegiate baseball. You know, in college baseball, it's the only sport that I can identify that of the college sports where they have their collegiate season and they get a chance to go play some more and get better. So these teams that participate in the NBC World Series, they've been working all summer long, 30-plus games for many of them, to advance and qualify to come to Wichita, Kansas, to make the pilgrimage to Wichita. It's been happening for 90 years. There's nothing like it. The NBC World Series started off as a national tournament for semi-pro players. You have to remember, in the 1930s and through the 40s, 50s, and 60s, so many towns across our country had small-town baseball teams. And they probably played a doubleheader on a Sunday, and it was a guy who was working in the hardware store Monday through Friday, and then he was throwing a doubleheader on Sunday, having some cold ones afterwards, and then going back to work on Monday. It's transitioned now to where we are with baseball, so now our tournament is made up of these college guys. We have some guys that come through the high school ranks and play after their graduation. We still have teams that will feature the old semi-pro type guy, the guy who maybe he was released from minor league baseball a month or so ago, and he's still able to throw it and swing it. Gets on a chance to be seen here at the NBC World Series. One of the great stories about the NBC World Series is Don Sutton. Don Sutton was a 19-year-old junior college player with a team out of Michigan, and was signed by the Dodgers out of the NBC World Series. And if you're a historian or understand or know baseball at the major league level, Don Sutton in the National Baseball Hall of Fame, a prolific MLB career, but at 19 years old was seen in Wichita, Kansas by a Dodgers scout. The rest is history. Here we go. We have a new pitcher in the game for the Boulder Collegians. He's got a tough one. He's got runners at first and second. And he is facing Kyler Warren, the shortstop. Ethan Brown is the pitcher for the Boulder Collegians from Chandler, Arizona. Wait a minute, I apologize. I have that incorrect. Nolan Archuleta. Nolan Archuleta from Brighton, Colorado, plays at Cameron University, is coming in relief for Boulder. He has a 1-1 count to Kyler Warren. Two-one. Ball hit going to fall in center field. Runners weren't sure what was going to happen there. Runners advance. Might have been a little miscommunication by the Boulder outfield. That's going to be a base hit for Kyler Warren. Runners advance, and so that means bases are loaded for the cleanup hitter, first baseman Nolan Ganter, facing Nolan Archuleta of the Boulder Collegians. Great first pitch strike for Archuleta. Ganter is 1 for 2 in this game. Had an RBI his last at bat in the third inning when Tyler Otts was able to score from second base. Line drive hit to the second baseman. Thrown over to second. Safe at second, safe at first. The runner scores. Tyler Otts scores from third base. Sheldon advances over to third. Kyler Warren, like I said, is safe over at second. And Nolan Ganter has his second RBI of the game as Otts scored from third.
Designated hitter number 10.
Derby Twins take a 3-0 lead. That's going to be a pass ball. That scores Sheldon. Archuleta came into a tough situation. 2 runners on. defense went a little shaky on him. And then a tough pitch there. Warren advances to third base. Ganter is at second base. This at the plate is Mitch Birdsall, the designated hitter. He takes one to center field. That is going to score Kyler Warren. And quickly, and I mean very quickly, the Derby Twins have now put up 3 runs in just a short amount of time. They take a 5-0 lead in this game. Birdsall with the sac RBI for the second out. Braden Lukert, the center fielder. Braden hit a double in the second inning, and he lined out to left field last inning. He has a chance to get an RBI here as we've got Ganter over at second base. Twins scored 1 run in the second, 1 in the third, 3 so far in this inning. Arculeta struggling. 2 balls to Lukert. Lukert from St. Joe, Missouri. St. Joe at one time had an NBC affiliate, the St. Joe Mustangs. Ground ball hit to the shortstop. Hirayama. He throws across, and that is your 3rd out of the inning. However, lots of damage done by the Derby Twins. They get 3 runs in that inning to take a 5-0 lead going into the bottom of the 5th.
At Evergy, we're focused not just on what we power, but on who we power, right here in our community. We provide payment assistance to our neighbors who need it. Invest in organizations and people, creating opportunity for all to benefit. And volunteer our time around our hometown so that together we improve it. Because we're committed to spreading good energy throughout our community. Evergy, the utility company.
Welcome back to the 90th NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. Cooper Garrison still pitching for the Derby Twins, who, well, he's in a good spot. His guys have given him a 5-0 lead in this game. He's going to face the designated hitter, and Mike Brunetti. Boulder has 4 hits so far in this game. This is the second time Brunetti's been at the plate. He takes strike 1 there. Grounded out in the 3rd inning. And looks a strike 2. And there's a strikeout. Cooper Garrison, effective, keeping batters off balance today. Brings to the plate left fielder Shane Crow. Crow grounded out in the 3rd inning as well. The NBC World Series, home of the pitch clock. Since 1960, the NBC World Series has had a pitch clock. We're happy to see Major League Baseball got along with it here in the last couple of years. What's funny is Hap Dumont said in 1960, I think in a couple of years, Major League Baseball will adopt the pitch clock. A little bit ahead of his time, I guess. Hap Dumont, the consummate innovator, promoter. Crow looking at a 1-2 count now. And another strikeout. 2 strikeouts in a row for Cooper Garrison. Another thing that's an aspect of baseball that was introduced by Hap Dumont before Major League Baseball got into it was a designated hitter. Now, I don't know if Major League Baseball would admit that. However, the NBC World Series had the designated hitter before Major League Baseball did. That's going to be at least a double there by leadoff hitter Lavoisier Fisher. Stand-up double for him here in the 5th with 2 outs. That's his first hit of the game. He struck out in his first at-bat, walked in the 3rd inning, and a nice double there here in the 5th with 2 outs.
Shortstop number 2, Hunter Hariyama.
Hunter Hirayama, the shortstop now for Boulder, coming to the plate. Had a great game in the field. 0 for 2 so far at the plate. He gets a good base hit, has a chance to get an RBI and get Boulder on the scoreboard for the first time. Swings the first pitch. He's going to come back here by the backstop. And a great catch there by the catcher, Parker Ryan, for Derby. Ends the threat. Cooper Garrison looking good after 5 innings, 5 complete innings. The Derby Twins have this one 5-0.
Sometimes I wish I could go back just to take the class just because I love the environment. I love the family. I love the networking that you get when you're involved with Butler. I can still pick up the phone. I have those teachers in my phone number today. So if I had a question on something coming up, I can call any one of the teachers that I've had at Butler and they would answer.
Welcome back. Thank you for joining us on this broadcast of the 90th NBC World Series. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going into the top of the 6th inning. So far in this inning, Derby scored 1 run in the 2nd and the 3rd. They got 3 in the last inning, and they've done it on 6 hits. Boulder has 5 hits in this game, but they just have not been able to get anyone across home plate. Pitching for the Boulder Collegians is Nolan Archuleta from Cameron University. Brighton, Colorado is his home. He's going to face Cole Kitchens, the 3rd baseman for the Derby Twins. So far in this game, Kitchens is 1 for 2. He struck out in the 2nd, had a base hit in the 4th. Good eye so far in his 3rd at bat. Facing a hitter's count, it's 2-0. Archuleta's got to throw a strike here. He throws a nice one, and Kitchens just misses it. Fly ball to right field, and that is out number 1.
Catcher number 4, Parker Ryan.
Catcher Parker Ryan comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2. Hit into a inning-ending double play in the 4th inning. And the lefty comes to bat facing the righty, Archuleta. So Satchel Paige, on opening night, which was Thursday, just a few days ago. Foul ball there. Strike 1 for Ryan. we had Satchel Paige night in honor of Satchel Paige, who played in the first NBC World Series in 1935. The NBC World Series and Hap Dumont broke the color barrier 12 years before Jackie Robinson played with the Brooklyn Dodgers. I might be a little biased, but somehow, some way, we need to get Hap Dumont into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. His contributions to baseball are unparalleled at this level. 2-2 count to Parker Ryan. So Satchel Paige was part of the Bismarck Churchills out of Bismarck, North Dakota. And he comes down to Wichita. Had been playing the Negro Leagues, of course. Satchel Paige offered, said, hey, I'll give you $1,000. $1,000 today is equivalent to $22,000. So Hap believed if I can get Satchel to come in, and boy did it. And that kick-started things, not just on a local level here in Wichita, but on a national level. 32 teams came into play in that national tournament that year. Satchel struck out 60 batters, and he went 4-0 in the tournament. 60 batters, 4-0. So a walk to Parker Ryan. He goes to first base for the Derby Twins, as they have one out here in the top of the 6th inning. They lead this one 5-0. Second baseman Cade Baldridge comes to the plate, the lefty, facing a righty, Archuleta for the Boulder Collegians. Ball hit to the right side, gets through the infield. Ryan's going to go to second. He'll stop right there. Moving runners over. So it's a base hit for Cade Baldridge. He is now 1 for 2 in the game. He walked and grounded out. But now you've got runners at first and second, and there is one out, and that brings the leadoff hitter, Tyler Otts, to the plate. Tyler had a double in the third. And he struck out and grounded out. So he's 1 for 3 in the game. Swing and a miss. Satchel Paige came back and played in the NBC World Series 2 other times after his major league career. He was the youngest rookie, honestly, probably ever in Major League Baseball. He was a rookie at the age of 42, and he was Rookie of the Year. What a specimen. So here we go. One's across the board, 1-1 count, 1 out. That's a foul tip off the inside shin of Tyler Otts. Gifts are always greatly appreciated. Archuleta facing 1 out at full count here to Tyler Otts. Otts, ground ball to the right side of the infield. The fielder's choice by the second baseman goes to first. That moves the runners over, so a sacrifice there for Otts. It's the second out of the inning, but it does advance Parker Ryan over to third. Cade Baldridge goes to second. Cade Sheldon, the right fielder, now will come to the plate. Has an opportunity to pick up 2 RBI with a base hit here. takes a base hit to left field. One hopper to the left fielder. That does score both Derby Twins runners from second and third. Parker Ryan comes across the plate to score, as does Cade Baldridge, and that is a 2 RBI single
Shortstop
for Cade Sheldon. The Derby Twins take a 7-0 lead. Kyler Warren back at the plate. Warren 2 of 3 on the day so far. Has an opportunity to pad those stats too. Fouls one off, now 2 strikes. So 2 RBI single from Cade Sheldon brings in Ryan and Baldridge. Warren at the plate, the shortstop having a good game as well. Archuleta checks the runner. Sheldon gets back in time. That's going to end the inning. Strikeout for Sheldon from Archuleta. However, the Derby Twins get 2 more runs in that inning, then we go into the bottom of the 6th. Derby 7, Boulder 0.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Whether you're preparing a perfect meal, getting people back on the road, protecting online privacy, or supporting your patient's health, you want to be the best professional in your field. At Butler Community College, our focus is getting you the highly specialized and versatile training needed to start your career in as little as a year. Our classroom experiences are fine-tuned by industry professionals. You'll launch into the workforce with the confidence and skills to make you stand out from the rest. Butler Community College. Real college. Really affordable.
Welcome back. This is the 90th NBC World Series powered by Evergy. If you have a chance to get out to X Stadium, I'm going to show you one of our programs. Get a shot of this, guys. So this is our commemorative program. We'll get to it later.
Center fielder number 4, Diego.
So we have, inside our commemorative program, we have the jerseys of all 89 NBC World Series champions. It's really cool. Okay, here we go. Bottom of the 6th, and Cooper Garrison, who started the game for the Derby Twins, is still out there throwing a heck of a game. He's currently no one scored. He's given up 5 hits in this game. Batting for Boulder is Diego Castellanos. Diego is 1 for 2 in this game, grounded out in the first, and a single in the 4th inning. He's now facing a 2-1 count. Day 4 of the NBC World Series. We've rolled over into day 2, if you want to put it that way, the 25th hour of baseball around the clock. Full count.
Catcher number 22, Adam Paniagua.
Ground ball to the shortstop. Throws across the diamond. Kyler Warren with the play right there. Nice job. Gets the first out of the inning. Castellanos back to the dugout. The catcher, Adam Paniagua. Paniagua plays at Regis University, which is in Denver, from Phoenix, Arizona. Garrison, the strikeout now. Garrison just in it. He's in the groove. You know when you're watching a pitcher and they're confident and they just feel good, they've got the flow. Cooper Garrison just coming with it today. Nothing that's just really dominating. He doesn't have a heavy fastball, but he's just keeping the Boulder hitters off balance. Has a good slider. Doing a really nice job of just getting things done, hitting his spots, setting batters up. Chopper to the left side of the field. I'm going to refer to NBC Hall of Famer Mike Dean, the judgment with this.
Third baseman, number 19, Isaac Sobieski.
Usually he holds up these cards and says hit, single, and it's a base hit. So a base hit there for Alec Ackerman, the second baseman. That brings up third baseman, Isaac Sobieski. So Cooper Garrison gives up a ground ball, which as a pitcher, that's great, right? Fortunately, it was a tough one. The ruling is a single. 6 base hits on the day for the Boulder Collegians. However, they have not been able to get any runs in. Sobieski facing 2 outs, and he's got a count of 1-1. Garrison dropped his arm a little bit more. He tends to go a little more sidearm at times. Not your typical over the top. He knows his strengths. It shows. He's got a 7-0 lead right now. Well, that's going to strike out Sobieski and end the 6th inning. Look at that drop. Falls right off the table. It's like a split finger curve, just getting him right there.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Boulder Collegians are struggling in this one, 7-0 to the Derby Twins. So we do have a run rule in the NBC World Series. It's 10 after 5, 8 after 7. So should Derby get one more run and able to keep Boulder at bay, then they will win this game in 7 innings. And as someone who's on the operations staff here, we are behind, and so we like that idea. We're not cheering for anything to happen. However, we like games to run short sometimes when we get far behind. But you know what? I also enjoy a great comeback too, so maybe we'll get that as well. All right, here we go, top of the 7th. Nolan Ganter comes to the plate for the Derby Twins. We have a new pitcher for Boulder. Chopper to the shortstop. And once again, Hirayama comes up looking sweet as always. So that's the first out of the inning for as Nolan Ganter grounds out. The new pitcher is Sam Kaufman for the Boulder Collegians. He comes in, Denver, Colorado guy. Goes to school at Umpqua Community College. That's the first. I thought I knew almost every college or university in the country, but did not know Umpqua. Kaufman, the righty, facing Mitch Birdsall. Birdsall was hit by a pitch. He struck out, and he's has a sacrifice RBI in this game. And for the second time in the game, he's going to wear it. The free pass for Birdsall to go to first base. So his teammate, center fielder Braden Lucart, comes up to bat. Lucart had a double in the second inning and has not reached base his last 2 times, so he's 1 of 3 so far. Okay, there we go. So 2-1 count now, 1 out. We have a runner on first base. Braden Lucart, your batter, facing Sam Kaufman. Evens the count, 2-2. The wind has picked up. It is welcome. Maybe we'll see some more long balls today. Temperature here, we'll get to about 90, 92. Hard hit ball past the first baseman, off his glove. That's one of those where great effort is given, and unfortunately baseball gods are smiling down more on Derby than they were Boulder in that situation.
Collegians.
The first baseman for Boulder, Woolwine, just missed it, bounced off his glove. Allows Derby to advance a runner there. So Birdsall goes to second base. Lucart has the base hit and goes to first. Ball hit to third, over to second. Collegians don't get the double play, but they get the force out at second base. In the 5-4, Cole Kitchens then was your hitter. Cole is safe at first. Parker Ryan comes to the plate for Derby. Birdsall advanced to third. So first and third, here we go for Derby. They lead 7-0, and Parker Ryan at the plate. Ball hit back to the pitcher, Kaufman. He can't handle it. Birdsall scores from third, goes on contact, makes it 8-0 Derby. Cole Kitchens advances over to second. That's a base hit by Parker Ryan. His first hit of the game. He had been 0 of 2 up until that point. And now Cade Baldridge. Baldridge 1 for 2 in this game. Has a walk. Takes one high and inside for ball 1. Derby has pounded out 10 hits in this game. No errors. know our scoreboard. There we go. We got 8 now. It's rare when I'm actually right before our scoreboard is. That's a first. Two, 1 to count to Kate Baldridge. The pitcher for Boulder, Kaufman. Runners on first and second. And a foul ball coming to the back here. Sixteen teams represented in the NBC World Series this year. Our pool play format. Pool play continues all the way until Tuesday. Runners go on a full count, and they all advance. So Baldridge advances to first on a walk. Kitchens moves to third. Parker Ryan over to second. The leadoff hitter, Tyler Otts. Otts so far in this game, well, he's got a double. He struck out, and he's grounded out and had a sacrifice as well. So he's 1 for 3, hitting a .333 clip so far in this game. Bases are loaded for Derby. They have a chance to really open this one up here in the top of the 7th. Infield fly out to left field. Hirayama gets underneath it, and that will end the inning. However, Derby does get 1 run to make it 8-0 as we go into the bottom of the 7th. Boulder must score to keep things going, or else this is a run rule. We'll be back with the bottom of the 7th in just a moment.
We are going to that giant press box up in the sky. The great Harry Carey to help us out.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Wanted to show you this. So this is part of our commemorative program. I'm going to try to do the best job I can with this. And this is a 2-page layout of all the jerseys of all 89 champions to date of the NBC World Series. So you can see from our first champion, the Bismarck Churchills in 1935, 6 national championships from the Fairbanks, Alaska Gold Panners. You have 10 national championships from the Santa Barbara Foresters. So Boulder Collegians have 4 national championships. So one part of the commemorative program that we have here at the World Series. If it's something you would like, please let us know. You can go contact us at nbcbaseball.com and we will get one sent to you. If you're able to attend the World Series, you still have time. We're playing games every day till August 6th. Bottom of the 7th, the Boulder Collegians need to score in this game or it's going to be ruled a run rule. Derek Woolwine is the first baseman. He's batting to lead this inning off for the Collegians. Woolwine had a double in the 3rd. He grounded out in the 4th. Currently, he faces a 3-0 count. Cooper Garrison started the game for the Derby Twins. He is still in the game. Twins could really save some pitching staff if they can have Cooper Garrison wrap this one up. And that'd be valuable for them as they go into the week. Also, to give the Twins a 2-0 record in pool play. So that right there would automatically qualifies them to reach the single elimination play. Derby will face the San Diego Stars at noon on Tuesday. Ball hits the shortstop, and that's a ground out. The ground out for Woolwine. First out of the inning. Like I said, Derby will face the San Diego Stars at noon on Tuesday. The Collegians will come back and play the 8:30 game on Tuesday evening against the Liberal BJs. Talk about some history and tradition right there between those two clubs. But right now, Cooper Garrison looking to complete this game. He's facing Mike Brunetti, the designated hitter for the Collegians. Brunetti 0 for 2 in this game. Garrison's given up 6 hits. Had a runner at twice. Had a runner from Boulder at third base. However, was able to get out of the jam.
For Boulder, number 18, Brett Williams.
Brunetti down the third base line. It's going to be fair. He has a chance to go for 2. He's going to circle it and round it and go. So the second extra base hit of the game for the Collegians. Brunetti gets the double with 1 out. Brings to the plate left fielder Shane Crow, who is 0 for 2 in this game with a ground out and a strikeout.
Left fielder number 12, Shane Crow.
Pool play action. The top 3 teams from each pool. Each pool consists of 4 teams. Those top 3 teams advance to a single elimination bracket play. Ground ball up to middle. Kyler Warren for Derby just wasn't able to handle that one. Pounds the chest, says, that's me, that's my fault. I'll get you later. We'll get a cold brew at Starbucks later on.
Fisher.
So what happens is Brunetti advances to third. Crow goes to first. We have 1 out. And that brings to the plate the leadoff hitter for Boulder, Lavoisier Fisher, who had a double the last time at bat in the 5th. He walked into third and has a strikeout his first time at bat. Fisher has a chance to break up the potential run rule because he's got Brunetti over at third base. It's a 1-1 count. Infielders are at their normal positions. Cooper Garrison started this game for Derby, still throwing here in the 7th. Gets a foul ball to make it 1-2. Personally, one of the great things I enjoy about the NBC World Series, and there's a lot of them, one of them is just the players that come from all over the country to play in this. I believe Katie Woods says there are 50,000 NBC alumni that exist. Probably more than that. She got the calculator out and went to town. That's impressive. So when you look at our rosters are 30 players. And so 30 players times 16, and you multiply that, say, over the years since 1935, well, that's, and then for many years, the majority of our years, we had 30, 32 teams. At one point, we went to 48 teams in the NBC World Series. Whew, that was nuts. Ground ball to the third baseman. Opportunity for a double play to end the game. They get to the force out at second. The runner scores from third in Brunetti. So the shutout, I can say it now, does not come to fruition for Cooper Garrison. He's thrown a great game. However, it does make the score 8-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. So we're going to play at least one more one more inning.
Shortstop number 2, Hunter Harayama.
That was the second out of the inning in the fourth of the 5-4. Fisher goes to first. Hirayama is at the plate. Hirayama 0 for 3 in the game so far. Cooper Garrison still looks good. I mean, you got a ground ball right there. It's what you want. Just probably a little slower than you want moving across the diamond. We have a stolen base, however, a strikeout to end the inning. Hirayama goes down swinging, and we go to the top of the 8th with the score of 8-1.
At Davis Moore, we make sure there's something for everyone at each of our locations. We stock vehicles spanning almost every make and model. We're confident you will find exactly what you're looking for. Every vehicle on our lot has passed our 171-point inspection to ensure safety and reliability. Customer service is our top priority, and our friendly and expert staff will guide you through the process every step of the way. Come shop Wichita's best selection of used cars at any one of our locations, or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
Powered by Evergy. Do you like merchandise? Do you like swag? You need to go to the website or come to X Stadium if you can. But our website and our merchandise shop is awesome. One of the things that we have featured with our merchandise is we have 9 decades of basically champions. And so we have t-shirts from the Bismarck Churchills, from the Wichita Transit Dreamliners, the Liberal BJs, the El Dorado Broncos. Some really cool merchandise. So if you want to go nostalgic, if you want to go old school, vintage, whatever you want to call it, you got that chance to own something that is part of the history and the fabric of the NBC World Series. But we also got some really cool new stuff too. So please check it out, NBCBaseball.com, and you'll spend a lot of time there. I'll tell you that. The history aspect of the NBC is very daunting. That will take you down a rabbit hole that you may really, really enjoy if you're into the history side of anything, but certainly baseball. Just the names and the teams that have come across and played in Wichita over the years. All right, we are in the 8th inning here. The Derby Twins are batting here in the top of the 8th, and they have an 8-1 lead, looking good right now. And that is a fly out in foul territory, and that will send the hitter Cade Sheldon, right fielder. So your first out of the 8th inning. Shortstop Kyler Warren comes to the plate. Kyler has a double and a single in this game. He's 2 for 4 so far. So yes, our merchandise is really awesome. You can walk in there, and if you want something that has our current brand and logo, you can pick it out. If you want just a white T-shirt that has all the teams that are participating in the NBC World Series, you can get that as well. Tournament Central is the place to go at NBCBaseball.com. Kyler Warren pops up just behind second base. And like he's been there all game, Hirayama for Boulder making the grab. 2 outs now. I had a message earlier from NBC great Hall of Famer Jerry Taylor. Jerry, I know my English is terrible sometimes. Just trying to spit things out. It's a challenge. Nolan Ganter at the plate. Nolan has 2 RBIs today. He is 2 for 4 at the plate. 2 of the 10 hits for the Derby Twins. Derby facing 2 outs. with an 8-1 lead over the Boulder Collegians here in Pool C of pool play at the NBC World Series. Looking down at the World Series records, John Olerud played for the Kenai, Alaska for the Oilers back in 1988. Total bases in a game, he owns the record for the most total bases in one game at 15. I believe that was the year Kenai may have won the national championship. Kaufman strikes out to end the inning. Ganter goes down swinging. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Derby leads 8-1.
And I had a student in this very class.
Jay was drawing something up.
Welcome back to the NBC World Series, the 90th edition, powered by Evergy. The rest of the schedule today, this is what we had scheduled as our 9 o'clock game. We didn't start until 11:10. We were catching up on time a little bit. We're trying to get there. The next game is what we call our noon game, and that's going to be between... Today's Sunday. I got to remember that. I've been up for way too long. So our noon game today is the Hayes Larks and the Kansas Cannons. Actually, no. Our next game is Lone Star Baseball. No, they just finished up. Sorry, guys. Hayes Larks, Kansas Cannons is our next game. I am what you call a filler. I'm filling in and try to keep this thing rolling along and not let it go off the tracks. So Hayes Larks, Kansas Cannons is the next game. Typically the games start about 25 minutes after the previous game ends. Boulder Collegians are batting. They trail 8-1. Have to get some things going here. Cooper Garrison still throwing for the Derby Twins. They do have some activity in the bullpen just in case he gets in trouble. Hard hit ball to the second baseman. And that is Diego Castellanos is safe at first base. Baldridge had a tough time with that. It was a hard hit shot, one hopper, right to him in the hole. Castellanos is safe at first. Paniagua hits one to the left side of the field now. That's a base hit. That's probably the hardest hit ball we've seen on Garrison here in the last few innings. He's given up 2 doubles today, actually 3 doubles today. But now you're starting to see consecutive balls hit hard. That one gets through the infield. The previous one right at second. Twins are going to get a little meeting here. Give the bullpen a chance to catch up on things. Great thing about baseball, always a chance. There are no outs. Boulder trailing 8-1. They know what they have to do. They got to just keep moving runners, keep the inning going. They have the ability to. They got 6 outs left in this game. Alec Ackerman second baseman for Boulder. He is 3 for 3 in this game. All singles. Gonna take a look at first strike. So Cooper Garrison had doing really well, giving up 7 hits coming into this inning and no runs, or 1 run in the last inning. Showing small signs of fatigue here. He has runners on first and second. There are no outs. And this is Alec Ackerman, who's already had 3 hits today off Garrison. Makes you a little nervous here. The good thing is well, you know, the Twins do. They got a good cushion. They lead by 7. Garrison, that ball is going to go down the right field line. Ackerman's going to touch first, go for second. 1 run comes across the plate for the Collegians. That's going to be Castellanos. Paniagua goes to third. Ackerman,
number 19, Isaac.
4 for 4 on the day, and he has his stand-up double. And an RBI to go with it. Sobieschek takes first pitch, straightaway center field. It's an out. Strong arm by Derby center fielder Braden Luker. So the fly out.
First baseman, number 5.
That's the first out of the inning. Runners second and third. Derek Woolwine, the first baseman, at the plate. Woolwine had a double in the 3rd inning. Has grounded out the last 2 at-bats. Has an opportunity to get some ribbies to his credit. It's 8-2 your score. Both teams with double-digit hits. More games going on after the next one between the Larks and the Cannons. The game after that will feature the Liberal BJs and the San Diego Stars, the other 2 teams in this Pool C. So Woolwine advances to first. Bases loaded. And Colton Flax comes out. Looks like we're going to remove Cooper Garrison. Well, what a great game for Cooper Garrison. Very nice outing for Cooper Garrison. All the fans here showing their appreciation, respect for Cooper in his outing. And we have a new pitcher for Derby.
Your attention now, pitching for Derby, number 37, Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz from Agua Prieto, Mexico. Goes to school at Ottawa University. Luis will come in relief for Cooper Garrison. We have a catcher needing to be substituted for Derby. It appears that Parker Ryan, well, he got sick, and so he's going to leave the game. Catching is the toughest position in baseball. And you're dealing with a lot of things, a lot of elements. You're getting up and down a lot. And don't forget the fact that you're wearing equipment. And the temperature is getting up there today. It's 86 right now. We're looking at a high of 99 when all things are said and done here in Wichita. We do have a nice breeze out of the south.
Catching for the Derby Twins, number 13, Shugo Kondo.
Coming in for Parker Ryan will be Shugo Kondo. He's from Japan. Goes to school at Mount Mary. So Shugo Kondo comes into the game. Was not expecting that. Parker Ryan been doing really well. Had a base hit in his last at bat in the 7th inning, but when he came out to the bump for the pitching change, he got sick. And when something like that happens, you need to get him off the field because you get concerned about hydration loss and things such as that. So bases loaded. Exciting time here for the Boulder Collegians. They have a new pitcher in the game that they're facing.
The designated hitter, number
Mike
18,
Brunetti.
Williams.
I think is at the plate. Yes, he is. I changed that. No, Brett Williams is in. Brett Williams in the game as a designated hitter for the Boulder Collegians. Williams was from Carlsbad, California. Wears number 18. Goes to school at St. Mary's. Gonna foul one off. Make it a 2-2 count. Very interesting situation here. It's a 2-2 count. There's one out. The bases are loaded for the Boulder Collegians. They trail 8-2. It's the bottom of the 8th. They already have one run this inning. Really got to get something going here. They're scratching and clawing, competing, getting after it. Great pitch there by Luis Diaz. Breaking ball gets him, makes it now 2 outs.
Number 12, Shane Crow.
Shane Crow hitting now for the Collegians. Luis Diaz coming in, throwing quality strikes. Crow looking for his second base hit of the day. He had a single the last inning in the 7th. He's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Diaz has come in. He's throwing some really quality stuff here. Another breaking ball, probably a little high. Conan Strobel, the umpire behind the plate. The stories I can't tell about Conan. But I'll tell you this, when he coached me in junior college, I don't know why he didn't kick me off the team, because I wasn't that good. But I appreciate that he held on. I was a great practice guy. Here we go, Boulder Collegians trailing 8-2 here in the bottom of the 8th. Full count, runners are going. And that's a call, third strike to end the inning. Great pitch by Luis Diaz. Collegians have one more at bat. We're going to go to the top of the 9th, though, when Derby comes to the plate.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. From arts to attractions, nightlife to sports, you feel the energy at every turn. A little fancy, a little funky, but always friendly. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
There are a lot of traditions at the NBC World Series, powered by Evergy. One of them is Sweet Caroline, played at the end of every 8th inning of every game. Sometimes we look forward to run rules before we get to the 8th. Sometimes we really enjoy that we play all night. Looks like some baseball around the clockers are enjoying the Coleman Pavilion and the hill here at X Stadium. Beautiful facility, especially one to host the 90th. 90 years of the NBC World Series. Not many things have been around for 90 years. Great camera work, guys. Slow pull. So our fans are enjoying baseball around the clock. They're camped out at various areas of the stadium. See some of them out there on the outfield hill. Some are back underneath the grandstand. We have a second level here that is concrete and a great spot to get nice breeze blowing from the south. This field faces, like most baseball fields, that kind of towards the northeast. Here we go. It's the top of the 9th, last inning. Derby Twins are at bat. They have an 8-2 lead. They can add on to it, certainly, to pad the lead, get some insurance going here. This is Mitch Birdsall, the designated hitter. Mitch has been hit by 2 pitches today. He's going to need some ice when it's all said and done. Swinging, he's got a foul ball. So he's got an RBI off a sacrifice. Like I said, he got hit by 2 pitches, and then he struck out once. It's been an eventful day for Mitch as a designated hitter. And he's hit for the 3rd time. Ice bath is in that man's future. There's a new pitcher for the Boulder Collegians. That is Caden Calcoa from Boulder, Colorado. Plays at Embry-Riddle. My guess is he wants to be a pilot or in the aeronautical field. He hits his first batter of the game. Hitting now is Braden Luker. Braden has a double today. He is 1 for 4. X Stadium, home of Tyler Field. Beautiful AstroTurf surface. However, it gets warm. And today and through the next week, it's going to get really warm. Our trainers are going to certainly earn their keep, making sure that our our players, our teams are hydrated. We'll keep guys as cool as we possibly can. Temperatures will easily be above in the 3 digits on the field. Two count to Lukert. There are no outs in this one. Boulder needs to get a stop, make sure that Derby doesn't score any more runs, and then they have to score 6 to take this to extra innings, or score 7 to win in the bottom of the 9th. Lukert runs. Well, it was ball 4 anyway. So, hey. So he's at second base. Or Birdsall is at second base. Lukert goes to first on the base on balls. Cole Kitchens, the third baseman, will come to the bat. Kitchens struck out, had a single, lined out, and hit it to a fielder's choice. Ball going down right field line. It's going to go foul out of territory. All baseballs are, well, it's a gift. Something you get to take home here at the NBC World Series. So lots of kids will walk out of here with handfuls of baseballs and handfuls of memories. 0-2 count on Cole Kitchens. That one just low. Good ball to keep low. Don't want to keep it high. You get 2 strikes on the hitter. Don't give him anything easy.
I want to say special thanks to our sponsors for this afternoon's games: Capital Federal Foundation, Kansas African American Museum, Entrust Bank, Cake, Bob FM, Classic Hits 92.7, and Evergy for supporting the 90th NBC World Series.
So after this game, the Hayes Larks take on the Kansas Cannons. Should be a dandy. 2 teams that have faced each other a couple times this summer. 2 very competitive games. After that, the Liberal BJs will take on the San Diego Stars. And then later tonight, or today, the Seattle Studs will play in an exhibition game against a team of military personnel. So it's an exhibition game, part of Aviation Night. And so we look forward to having that out here. Appreciate the Studs playing 4 games basically in pool play, though tonight's game for them does not count. Runners on first and second for Derby. There is 1 out.
Correction. Now batting for the Derby, catcher 13, Shugo Kondo.
So because Parker Ryan left the game, Shugo Kondo comes in his place here in the 9th. He hits to the left side of the field. Third baseman over to second over to first. And that is another double play turned by the Boulder Collegians in a 5-4-3 fashion. 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Boulder's got to score 6 to keep things alive here. They trail 8-2.
Whether you're preparing a perfect meal, getting people back on the road, protecting online privacy, or supporting your patient's health, you want to be the best professional in your field. At Butler Community College, our focus is getting you the highly specialized and versatile training needed to start your career in as little as a year. Our classroom experiences are fine-tuned by industry professionals. You'll launch into the workforce with the confidence and skills to make you stand out from the rest. Butler Community College. Real college. Really affordable.
Your attention now, pitching for Derby number 22, Tyler Dobbs.
Welcome back. Bottom of the 9th inning for the Boulder Collegians. They must score 6 to keep this game going along. New pitcher coming in for the Derby Twins as they lead this one by a score of 8-2. We'll get a name here in just a moment to who the new pitcher is for Derby. Leading off the Collegians will be their leadoff hitter, Lavoisier Fisher. Fisher is 104 or 1 for 3 in today's game. Actually, maybe he's 1 of 2. Sorry, he's 1 for 2 in today's game. Pitching for Derby is number 22, Tyler Dobbs. Dobbs is from Louisville, Texas, and he plays right here at Wichita State. Shockers, you know, with NCAA Division I and I believe the other divisions, are allowed to have 4 players from their program to play on a summer collegiate team. So basically, with Wichita State, they like having their guys local to go out and see them play. They can also come into the facility and work out before they play in the evenings and things like that. So Derby has a few Wichita State Shockers on their team, and this is one of them. And Tyler Dobbs. Dobbs comes in with a first pitch strike here, and the bottom of the 9th, like we said, Boulder needs to score 6 to keep things going. Dobbs is facing Fisher, the leadoff hitter for Boulder. And quickly we have an 0-2 count. Wichita State Stadium has gone through a lot over the last few years. The Shockers clubhouse was on the first base side. Actually, it was behind the dugout, and you go down a set of steps, actually more like 2 stories of steps, and the clubhouse was on the first base side. And when it was built in the late 90s, it was like the Taj Mahal of clubhouses. Well, times have changed and things roll along. Shockers then built their clubhouse over on the third base side, and so their dugout looks different than the first base dugout does. Looks more like a minor league dugout. Plenty of room, but behind it though is their new clubhouse, and they have an indoor facility here as well. And the clubhouse has meeting rooms, has a workout facility, strength training. Dobbs strikes out Fisher. That's our first out here at the top of the ninth. The shortstop for the Boulder Collegians comes to the plate, Hirayama. Hunter Hirayama. Excellent day in the field. Tough day at the plate for Hirayama. He's struck out twice. He's 0 for 4. Facing Dobbs. Hirayama, who hails from Hawaii. Dobbs coming in and pumping strikes, challenging the hitters so far. He's got an 0-2 count. Brings a fastball inside for ball 1. Another tradition we have with the NBC World Series is each year we name the NBC Graduate of the Year. Hirayama's ball goes down the right field side. It bounces inside fair territory. He will run on over to second base. Stand-up double for Hirayama. Busts open an 0 for 4 day, and it goes. Now we'll look at 1 for 5. But a nice double there for Hirayama. So the NBC Graduate of the Year, a few names that just come to mind. I'll go way back here from 1980s, Steve Kemp, Dave Winfield, Joe Carter, Wichita State great, Mark McGuire. Through 2000s, we had Albert Pujols, Nate Robertson, B.J. Ryan, Tim Lincecum, Jabba Chamberlain, Hunter Pence has been a Graduate of the Year. Aaron Judge played for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots in 2011. Hirayama's going to score there, as you can see, off of Diego Castellanos.
Catcher, number 22, Adam Paniagua.
So Adam Paniagua comes to the plate. Still 1 out. So Graduates of the Year is based off of how an NBC alum, an NBC alumni player, ball going down the third base line called foul by home plate umpire Conan Strobel. So it's based on the previous year. So this year's NBC Graduate of the Year is Josh Young, who played collegiately at Texas Tech and is a member of the Texas Rangers, who of course won the World Series last year. Young played for the Santa Barbara Foresters in 2017 here at the NBC World Series. 2017 was the year the Kansas Stars, a team of former major leaguers, played in the NBC World Series. Some greats on that one. Chipper Jones, Roy Halladay, rest in peace, were on that squad. 0-2 count to Paniagua, and he's going to go down back to the dugout. 2 strikeouts in relief. Try to close out the game here for Tyler Dobbs. Second baseman Alec Ackerman. Solid ball hits the second baseman. That should do it. And it does.
And that is
the Derby Twins improved to 2-0 in Pool C play with an 8-3 win over the Boulder Collegians. Derby has 10 hits on the day. Boulder hit the ball really well. They had 12 hits, but Cooper Garrison, who started the game for the Derby Twins, A great performance by him, keeping them at bay, not letting them get past third base. There's your final. That's not your final that you see on the screen. Your final in this game was 8-3.
Congratulations, Cooper Garrison.
Well, the number's right, just the logos are wrong. That's okay.
Special thanks to our sponsors.
Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. We have another game coming up here in about 25 to 30 minutes. It's going to be the Kansas Cannons and the Hayes Larks.